What happens now? I've been married for about 10 years. We had ups and downs, but I always been thinking we had a good marriage. Wife had a 6 years relationship with someone else. I met her after their breakup and 2 years later we got married. Through the years I could see that my wife was often depressed and would cry for no apparent reason. When I would ask her about it, she should tell was because she never really forgot her ex-BF and how she still loved him. She was always open about it. We went to MC multiple times over this issue and every time I would think this time it will be okay. Well, apparently not. A few weeks ago, I found out that she has been what I believe started as an EA and it may not be a PA. She does not deny it and tells me he was always the love of her life and that no matter what this time they not giving up on each other. What the hell? Let me add this guy is bipolar, lives with his parents still and besides my wife has only had one GF all his life. I confronted him after find out and he had the nerve to tell me, she is mine and I'm fighting for her, she is the love of my life. I just wanted to punch this Romeo face, don't know how I controlled myself. I'm enraged, hurt and still love my wife. I don't want to lose her to this piece of crap. I will try to answer all your points without missing any. The other man lives 8 hours away. I drove there. Wife has a driver's license, but does not have a car. Through the years I hired a PI multiple times, checked the computer, phone records, you name it. Every time it was an issue I snooped to check if there were any contact. It never was. 2 months ago, we were where he lives for a wedding, wife's friend and also friend of the OM, that's where they reconnected. Apparently, he told wife how he never forgot her either, looked for her for years, loves her and this crap. Since then, they've been in contact by phone and cell phone. About our children, we have a daughter and son, twins. They are from a previous relationship I had. When I met wife, I had full custody already. After we got married, wife became their legal guardian. She is an awesome mom and the kids love her. She also takes very good care of the house, cleans, cooks, is great with money and is always there for us no matter when we need her. I love her to death and do not want to break our family. This morning we talked and she begged me to work things out, that she wants to love me and not the OM but needs help. Says she wants to feel for me what she feels for him. She was also very scared of losing the kids, offered to go to MC and I see, whatever it takes, she says. I don't know guys, help me out. Should I give it a chance? I don't want to break my family but I no longer want this man in our marriage anymore. Well, she talked with other man for about 20 minutes the day of the friend's wedding with my sister-in-law next to him. I saw them talk from afar but had no clue this was the guy. My sister-in-law is a whole story but she is no longer allowed near my wife and my children. The day of the wedding wife told other man that she was married and although had this feelings nothing could come of it and then walked away. Well, sister-in-law gave other man our phone number and wife's cell phone number. Wife agreed to the no contact letter. How should I go from here? I was already divorced. My kids are from a 3-year-old marriage. Wife bailed out when they were 6 months old and I got fully custody as she did not want to have anything to do with the kids. I met my current wife 8 months after my divorce. She has no Facebook account. I am changing phone numbers tomorrow. Email address has been clear. No emails, nothing from other man, and I verified that she only has one email address. My brother knows but begged me to not involve them or the family on this. It was his wife who got involved. Anyways, I have not discussed it with anyone but him and told his wife to stay far away from my wife, my children and me. My brother is in denial about his wife. Oh, she didn't mean it that way and other crap like this. She plays all innocent. The victim and that I'm the monster. She has always been a selfish bee who for whatever reason has always been very jealous of our life. If she wasn't a woman, I would have lost it with her. Well, wife gave me the NC letter tonight. I'm feeling like drive 8 hours and deliver it myself. I do want to hit that other man so much. I am changing home phone and cell phone numbers first thing in the morning. I got a VAR Friday and have it in our bedroom in a place where she will never find it. She only uses the phone in our bedroom. I also have all the other stuff you mentioned by advice of the PI I had hired in the past. As far as passwords go, I had always had her email password. She barely uses the computer to the extent I have only my work laptop as there were never a need for her to have her own computer. On the rare occasions she uses the computer, she uses mine. She seems very remorseful, doesn't want to love the other man, wants to feel that way for me, begged my forgiveness, assured me she could never leave the kids and I could see how devastated she was by the thought of losing them. I'm hurt, enraged, but if she is sincere, I'm willing to work things out. NC letter was mailed this morning to other man. My in-laws and brother-in-law also talked to her this morning. I'm not sure what the conversation was. My father-in-law later talked to me and suggested they start taking the kids once a week so we can have date night, something she always asked and I never did in almost 10 years. He also suggested that we should finally go on that honeymoon trip she wanted so much, but at the time, cause the kids were very small, we decided to delay, but that since then I have delayed it myself. I changed home phone today and tomorrow she will change cell phone number. It's on her name so I couldn't do it myself today. Well, this morning both my sister-in-law and the other man called her cell phone. She told them to not ever contact her again, although they both think I'm an evil monster holding her hostage, but whatever. She was short with them and right afterwards called me to tell me about the phone call. She also said MC and IC for both of us next week. To her I'm showing her I believe her. In my mind I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. I will keep checking every single avenue and not let my guard down. She agrees that tomorrow when we change her cell phone number I will be on her plan. We are going to the store together. I think she is being sincere. However, I do believe the will try to contact her. I would bet my money on it. I wish I could see his face. It would have been worth the 8-hour trip. My sister-in-law is a miserable piece of trash. She is a selfish, hateful woman. My brother is an enabler. I don't know what her problem is. It's like she lives to cause havoc in other people's lives. What both my wife and this told me could have been a script for any of those crappy movies of love conquers all. In my case, is living on the fantasy as well. You are right when you say it's the worst kind in our situation, knowing that they believe this is their true love, their lost love, and that once reunited with them life will be perfect. Makes me sick. Parent-in-law took the kids to dinner and will take them to watch a movie afterwards. We will have some hours alone. I will see how it goes. Has tried to call her cell phone and she got it off. Well, with me home I wouldn't count on her answering it anyways. Let's see after tomorrow with the new number. We had a very nice dinner and an honest talk. Wife asked for my forgiveness again. She looked remorseful. She said she wants to love me and feel for me what she feels for the have with me, the life she been dreaming to have with him. It felt like knives on my heart, but I kept my best behavior and guess as good she was this honest. I printed the questionnaires and we will both fill them tomorrow night. Brother-in-law is coming to babysit the kids tomorrow morning. She homeschools them while we go change the cell phone number. Her current cell phone has been kept off by her. She was also very affectionate with me and well, we ended up having bonding. I didn't want to. I'm very hurt and a lot going inside, but at the same time I felt this was the first time in a long time I felt that she really wants it. Afterwards she told me this was the first time in almost 10 years that I really bonded with her. I'm shocked. Never imagined she has felt this way, and clearly, I need to make some changes. A lot to take in. On other note, she asked me to move far away from the out of state, or at least as far as we can. Apparently early today she discussed this with my in-laws, who told her if I agree they will buy our house so we can have immediately the money to move. They will then sell the house and wait for it to be sold as long as it may take. Well, a lot to think of and to take in. I'm keeping my guard up. I found more information about that makes me believe he will not give up. Besides living on his parents' basement, he works on a local no store, minimum wage job. After work every day he goes home and spends his time on the computer, including weekends. Apparently, he is planning to move from the basement and move across the country to start a sales business and intends to take my wife. He is claiming to everyone what a monster I am, how they love each other, and that he will not give up on her. I think I may very likely end up beating the crap out of him. Can't believe any man who is a real man would talk about someone else's wife this way. I know that's why I'm keeping everything in place, not going to let my guard down. I'm showing her I trust her, but in my mind I don't. Not until her actions keep showing it to me. Yeah, it sucks. This will very likely always stay on her mind one way or the other. She told me she wants him out of herself, but if nothing else will always be a memory. It pisses me off and I'm figuring out how to deal with it. I talked with my brother tonight and let him know either he or his wife will have my new home number or her cell phone number. He has my cell if he needs. He can contact me that way. I also made clear that once his wife is enemy of marriage, she is not allowed near my wife, our children, or me. Brother gave the crap that maybe they really love each other and I should let them be happy. What the hell? I didn't bother answer as he clearly has his mind made by his wife. I just told him to keep his opinions to himself, and if he is not able to respect my marriage either, then I won't be able to have a relationship with him either. Right on the money. Wife loves Lifetime movies and all the Hollywood romantic carp. One of her most recent I love this movie, it was Water for Elephants. I know, we only have one car as she doesn't like to drive, but we have my brother-in-law's house key, related to keep an eye on his dogs when he is not around. Anyways, he has 2 cars. My fear has been she may go there while he is at work and take one of the cars. I asked brother-in-law to not let the key where he usually does and where she knows it is. Anyways, I'm keeping a close look at that. I was very clear with my in-laws today that although I'm willing to work this out, if she keeps contact with him or worse, I will be filing for divorce and full custody. I'm sure they told her. If nothing else, she is terrified of losing the kids. Drove all night and is parked 2 blocks away from my home. What the hell? My brother-in-law just saw him. I'm guessing cause my wife kept her phone off, he just drove all the way here. I want to go there and solve this my way. Who the hell who think he is? I cannot believe he had the nerve to come here. Wife is giving kids their breakfast as brother-in-law was going to watch them while we were going to the store. Right now I'm not sure what to do. I don't think I can control myself in his presence. We did not told wife he is here, and brother-in-law suggested he makes some excuse to go out and goes and talks to him. I don't want to talk, I want to beat him up. I will let my brother-in-law go talk with pile of human trash and try to remain as calm as I can. Don't want wife to know he is here. Does not want to talk, only to my wife and alone. Refuses to leave unless he talks to her alone. Broth-in-law and I will call sick today. I'm in no condition of going to work and bro-in-law does not want to leave me alone. He will call his friend-in-law enforcement and see what he says. I believe it was because yesterday she kept her phone off and the day before told him to not call her again. She said the same thing to my sister, who probably told him she doesn't want to talk to her either. Wife does not want to talk or see him. Bro thinks she needs to her cell phone on, and when he calls her, bro assumes he is trying. Answer and tell him he needs to leave and it's over. I think it may be a very good idea to talk to his mother or father, whoever picks the phone, but bro doesn't think will do any good once other man refuses to listen anything unless he talks to my wife. I talked with his parents. They both tried to stop him from driving here. They were worried cause he drove all night and did not answer his phone while they tried to call multiple times. Other man knows about the NC letter. Big mistake. I told my brother, who must have told my sister-in-law, who told him. Well, his parents told me that he does not believe my wife is behind it and that I must have forced her to do it. They begged me to him talk to her one way or the other and let him hear from her. Bro thinks she needs to pick the phone and tell him. My wife does not want to talk to him and I don't want her to do it either. I feel so damn sick. I just want to throw up, have a massive headache and just want to scream. Yes, she is speaking the truth about the talk with the other man. I have it recorded. She did tell him it was over and to not call her anymore. Family thinks she needs to tell him over the phone or just go there and look at his pile of trash face and tell it word by word. I do not want to do this, but they accuse me of wanting to keep up the drama. She is crying and begging me to not talk to him or see him. She doesn't want to. Suggested we and the kids should go spend a few days with one of her aunts out of state. She's begging my forgiveness and that wants to stay with me and our kids. I'm so enraged, but so enraged that I wonder if I should just pack her bags and kick her and her family out of my life. Tell her go have fun with the love of your life, the bipolar sicko. Bro talked with his toxic wife. She knew he was coming. Gave him our address. I was done with her before, but after this I'm done. No chance of any sort of contact ever. According to her, the only reason he is here is because my wife told him to back off the other day and has not answered her phone yesterday. According to her, my wife has been withdrawing from other man since I confronted her, so other man and sis-in-law believe is because I am forcing her once their love is too strong. Sister is not only sick but as crazy as other man. I don't know if she really believes this or is just pure bat crazy. Wife says that although she is confused why everyone is pushing her towards talking with him, she is willing to call him and get the record straight. My gut still tells me I should not give in to this other man. Plus something else wife just told me. Right before I confronted her, she was withdrawing from him because he made clear after they would get together she could never see me or the kids again, that they would have their own kids. My wife does not understand this logic, as our kids, biological, are only mine. To her they have always been hers, like if she gave birth to them, she could never have no contact with them. More the fact that I did not kick her out when I found out and been willing to forgive her. Showed her that she does not want him anymore. She does not deny the feelings for him but wants to stay with me and work things out. I don't want her to see him, but maybe he needs to her this. Sis-in-law, wife and I will send her a non-contact letter. At this point I don't talk to my brother either, as he clearly has not done a thing to take my side. I asked bro to join the in-laws with the kids and let them stay over for tonight. Also asked them to neither of them calls me or the wife. We will have called them if we them can't deal with their noise anymore. I know they trying to help, but right now neither the wife nor me can't deal with it. We need some silence. Wife is an emotional wreck and they not helping. Her cell phone will be off until we get a new number or we decide she will talk to him. His mother called begging us to let my wife talk to him. She believes if he hears it from her, he will go home. She is worried about the nut job. I feel for her but not going to risk my marriage over it. I have no problem in confront him, but I don't think I will be able to hold myself. I just wonder if it's the right thing to do, or am I just prolonging this ordeal. As far as the NC letter, the lawyer said the one we sent is acceptable as a NC letter as it was signed by my wife. Even if she would talk to him, could never be right now as she is such an emotional wreck. He would not believe her state is caused by his crazy actions coming here, but would believe I'm forcing her. I understand where his mother is coming from. After all, she is his mother, but as cruel as this may seem, it is not my concern. I think the turning point was the fact he wanted her to never see the kids again. It showed her his true colors. As far as love me, she is not saying she loves me right now. I'm not stupid and I know she doesn't, as she clearly has said she has feelings for him. Although she is willing to work things out and she has done so far everything I have asked her. If nothing else, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt for now. My kids deserve it, and if she is sincere, I want to give this a chance. As far as my sister goes, she has never been close to my wife. She did belong to the same group of friends back in the day. Sister has deeper motivations that go back many years ago, even before I met the wife. Not worth get into the whole story now, but there's deeper issues that has motivated all this. And wife are to blame big time. My sister just took advantage of the situation because had access to information from the same group of friends back in the day, and because I trusted my brother through the years and told him about my wife issues with this guy. Sister put two and two together, and when the situation with the friend's wedding came along, took advantage of it. Plain and simple. Long story short, sister cannot have children. When I was left by my first wife with the kids, they were 6 months old. I was on my own and finishing school plus working. She wanted to adopt my kids and I refused. When I started dating my wife, she tried to have her make me give up the kids to her and brother to raise. My wife did not went along with this. Well, here you have the short version why she hates me. Well, my wife legally adopted them and she loves them and feels them as her own blood. The kids have been the deal breaker. She would never leave them, been on their life since they were a little over a year and has raised them much more than I have. The reason they broke up, in fact, was my wife who broke up. After 6 years of dating, she got tired of his lack of commitment. I think that was the main reason. Yep, still in the car, not 2 blocks away anymore, on my street now, see it from my window. Besides calling her nothing, well, the phone is off, so I guess not even that. Here is what I'm going to do. Tell wife, if she has any kind of contact with other man, I'm filing for divorce immediately and joint custody. We will send NC letter to sister tomorrow. I will go out and get her a new phone. She will be alone and free to make her own choices, do whatever she wants. If she calls him or goes out of the house, I will know, and then I will have my answer recorded. Well, as I suspected and everyone else here, other man came to my door as soon as I left. Wife called the police on him. He was not arrested or charged, as knock on someone's door is not a crime, but wife was forced to open the door when the cops arrived and had to tell other man with the cops right there she does not want to talk to him or see him. Long story short, the cops took him back to his car and asked him to leave. He was parked 5 blocks away 2 hours ago, and who knows now. I'm processing all this. She is an emotional wreck, been locked in the bathroom since I got home. Wanted to give her the choice, make her own decisions. There's a lot I will have to ask her about. I'm still so pissed off. So much going through my mind. Right now, just going to order some food. Been all day without eating, and sitting on the other side of the door while wife cries her guts out won't do me any good. For how long can a woman cry anyways? She left the bathroom, wants to cook us dinner and fill the questionnaires together. I'm going along with it and putting my best behavior. Will also express to her what you guys telling me. Sounds very good advice, and I can use it right now. As you can imagine, I'm angry and need to get it under control. No police report was filed. The cops did not saw a need for it. Like I said, he put quite a show to them in my opinion, left when told, and all this crap that is taking into account. On other note, like I said before, we will be sending a NC letter to my sister. I was having conflicting thoughts about my brother, as he is my only brother. Well, he called and let me know that they let other man stay there tonight, as brother feels responsible for him coming here once his wife gave him the address, and he is concerned by other man staying out all night. Brother also told me other man intends to stay in town for a few days. I will be sending NC letter to my brother as well. Done with him as well. I told my brother everything I could, not worth it anymore. He made his choice. He thinks he is making me a favor. Let the other man stay there tonight, so at least I know where he is, and tell me that other man will stay in town for the next few days. Other man will not stay at my brother, but anyways, what he has done for me is enough. Already told wife we will go to NC with brother too. Tomorrow morning Phil will drop the kids off and I will go with him to the lawyer, get NC letters to brother and sister. I told wife she should have a normal day with the kids as always, that after the lawyer I will get us both the 2 copies of the books, go straight to work, and we'll try to get home earlier tomorrow. I told wife other man will be in town for the next few days. Told her I trust her and believe she will do the right thing, like today, if she needs to call me at work. The honeymoon sounds a great idea. I will start looking into it. It's something she asked for years and I know I should have done a long time ago. No, nothing between my brother and my wife. My brother is just a jerk doing what his wife wants. Plus, on his crazy ass mind, he actually thinks he is doing me a favor. Help me before I do something really stupid. With all this crap, neither of us pick our mail all day. Usually wife does around the time mail comes by. OM left in our mailbox love letter to wife, a cell phone, a card from a hotel 40 minutes from here, a card for a rental car, and $500 in cash. I can't think straight right now. The nerve of this other man is beyond belief. The money is clearly so wife can rent the car. I'm a nervous wreck right now. I did not want to involve Phil in this anymore, but have no other option as I have no one else I really trust. Phil will stay here tomorrow morning when he drops the kids while I go to work. There's stuff I need to drop and talk with my boss so I can get some days off. On my way back I will drop by the lawyer and get NC letter to brother and sister. Father-in-law also suggested while we are away both he and mother-in-law stay in the house. Due to their jobs they will be only able to do so Wednesday morning, so father suggested that tomorrow morning he stays with the wife and kids and the rest of the day I stay with them. On early Wednesday morning we leave when they arrive. Father-in-law also said we may be able to use his parents' house that was used by the family as a vacation home back on the day. No one goes there in 14 years, so he is not sure how much of an option it is. Other man letter to wife could have been written by a 16-year-old. He pulls all the strings of their past relationship, all the love crap and physical content. Not sure if he was also hoping I would read it. What other man doesn't know is that wife has an old phone, really old, that she refuses to replace. The number has been replaced due to tech issues and the phone fixed many times, but she loves this damn old phone and doesn't let it go. I got her a new one today because she couldn't go with me change hers, but I have a feeling she will end up wanting the new number on the damn old phone. Yes, either way other man wouldn't have impressed her with the high-tech expensive phone. Well, I got off until next Monday and will be staying home today. The lawyer will fax me the NC letter to brother and sister. I'm still looking where we will go for the next few days. I told wife about the stuff other man left on the mailbox, and we ended up having what I think may have been an honest talk. I've been on my best behavior thanks to you guys here, but I'm still enraged, pissed off, hurt, and everything else you can possibly imagine, but I'm controlling myself. Wife asked for my forgiveness again, apologized for her behavior. His behavior showed herself very remorseful for all this crap. Is very thankful not only that I didn't not just kicked her ass out, but also for how I have been handling the situation. She told me that while we were dating and after we were married, she was in love with me, but over time, pointed out a few issues that I indeed have been terrible. Her feelings for other men made their way in. She does not blame me and doesn't want this to excuse her behavior. She said that although yes, she has wanted to be with other men, that is no longer the case, cannot change what happened, but if I can forgive her and give her another chance, wants to work things out and make me the only person she will love. So, this is where things stand. On other note, wife has also been very affectionate with me this last couple of days. She used to be this way while we were dating and first got married, to the point I used to find her damn annoying. I never was an affectionate person. As time went by, she withdraws more and more, and I always thought that she just had grown out of it. Huge mistake. I asked her this morning why all the sudden affection, and she said, well, because I was when we made love the other day and you let me. I guess there's a lot I need to examine on my own actions that may have led this chain of events. This has also been the second day in almost 10 years that I ever took a day off work. I believe so. I don't think he will give up, at least for now. Wife believes it as well. Although she thinks he will not try to use any force against her, she is afraid he may try against me. Made me promise I will not deal with him myself, but let the police deal with him if necessary. I agreed, but not sure how I will respond if he shows up at our door. I think I got a preview of that hysterical bounding the other night and looking for the busy time. The appointment she got us with MC and IC is still up to next week. Last time I did not agree with IC as didn't thought was important. Another big mistake. She also said our MC with someone else. Give it a try with someone new, as clearly has not worked with the one we saw before. Yes, after she is done homeschooling the kids, mother-in-law is coming to watch them while we will go out for a bit. We will get the books you suggested together and have dinner. I'm embarrassed to say the last time we went out for dinner was 6 years ago. About the days off, wife's grandparents' old house won't be an option. She told me she used to go there with other men while they were dating. We don't think he would ever go there, but it brings memories, and she thinks we shouldn't. Mother-in-law suggested one of her relatives in a near town. The lady doesn't know other man or my brother or my sister. Mother-in-law suggested she will call and just tell her we will be in town for a few days if we could stay with her. It seems the best option right now. I know, wife is great with money, never spends unless we really need. Sometimes she is too cheap, lol, but anyways, we have a very comfortable life, but all this years it was like if I could never make enough. I always wanted more. There's many days I could have taken off and I didn't. I have never seen anything like this other man. If he does, I will call the cops. They may not do anything, but eventually they will. His nerve is just beyond belief. I'm keeping my guard up, but she doesn't need to know this. VAR and everything else is where it has been and will remain there for the time to come. Until then, her actions have showed me she means business, but I will keep my eyes open. As far as the blame goes, she has not blamed me for anything. She has showed herself remorseful over and over again. She has pointed out issues, as so do I, and she has expressed over and over again how no matter what the issues may have been, there's no excuse for her behaviors. She also took full responsibility when confronted by my in-laws. Only her actions will keep telling me where she stands, but for now I have pretty much to trust but verify. I think the biggest test will very likely be next week once I return to work and she is alone all day. Until then I have to do my best and give her a chance. Brother called a few times. For now I'm just ignoring him. Can't imagine what he can possibly think he needs to tell me. Tomorrow morning NC letter will be mailed to him and sister. If they accept it, great. If not, we'll start by changing my cell number and go from there. Other man's mother also called. I ignored it as well. My take is that crazy pants keeps not answering her calls. I feel for her, but nothing I can do. Other man also left another ridiculous love letter in our mailbox. I bet he will pull this crap as long as he is staying in the area. The letter, nothing new, just same damn script of forever love that could have been written by a 16-year-old. No phone, no money, or cards this time. The only thing is a copy of a fake marriage certificate. Like those of best dad, best mom. Seems he and wife while they were dating did this fake marriage crap. I guess it's from this crap that he got the idea that she is mine. That probably on his crazy ass mind thinks I'm the OM. I will see which kind of camera I can get there. Had not thought about it. We'll also give a call to the lawyer I've been in contact with and see what he tells me. His mother called me yesterday as she knew he was coming, and because he had not answered his phone all night during the 8-hour trip, she was concerned about his well-being. My take is that he is ignoring her as she wants him to just back off and go home. About 4 weeks ago. There's really nothing at this point that he can possibly say to change my mind. Despite the fact sister provided the other man with my address, I was still willing to give my brother a chance. He failed me miserably. I will never forget his actions and words. My wife had kept her phone off as part of the NC with the OM, so my take is that she called her phone was off, so then called me. I guess she assumed I would know if he was with my wife or not, meaning he didn't crash his car, plus wanted my wife to tell him it's over, just go home. Had a very nice evening with the wife. We went together to the bookstore and got ourselves 2 copies of both books. Also took her to have dinner, and we finished the night with some hysterical bounding. I wonder how the OM spent his night. Either all alone at the hotel room where he is staying writing some crappy ridiculous love letter, or eating sister disgusting food, lol, or both. Yup, either way doesn't sound much fun. Brother tried to call again this morning. Left voice message, really needs to talk. I will keep ignoring him. NC letters will be mailed this morning, and Monday when I go back to work, I will change my cell phone number. I'm really done with him. The in-laws will be coming this morning. They will stay over while we are away. We and the kids will go away until Sunday night to mother-in-law's relative. Friday night, mother-in-law will join us to stay with the kids, so wife and I have the weekend just for ourselves. Father-in-law did some digging and found out other man will be staying at the hotel until next Thursday morning. After that, I assume he will go back to his basement or whatever hole he lives in. My comment, part 2 ending, will come in a few hours. We will see what happens to OP and the other man at the end. How will you deal with the emotional affair with sister-in-law in the picture?